welcome to Voices of Women. I'm your host, Gail Forts from the YWCA Southeastern Massachusetts. And today we have a special show focusing on Voices of Girls. So we have the Girls Exclusive Program from the YWCA here with us today to talk about many different topics. So hopefully you'll enjoy our show. So we'll start with introductions.
Hi, I'm Stormy. I'm a Girls Exclusive Instructor and YWCA staff.
Hi, I'm Marley Nunes. I was a former participant in the Girls Exclusive. Now this is my first year as staff.
Hi, my name's Celeste. This is my first year in Girls Exclusive Program.
Hi, my name is Joelise, and this is my second year in the YWCA Girls Exclusive Program.
Hi, my name is Bianca, and this is my second year in the Girls Exclusive Program.
Hi, my name is Dayani. This is my second year at YWCA Girls Exclusive Program.
Hi, I'm Felicity, and this is my first year at Girls Exclusive Program.
Hi, my name is Iris, and this is my second year at the Girls Exclusive Program.
Hi, my name is Eliana, and this is my second year program.
Hi, my name is Coralie, and this is my third year in Girls Exclusive Program.
Hi, my name is Xavier, and this is my second year in this program.
Hi, my name is Ariana, and this is my second year in YWCA Girls Exclusive Program.
Hi, my name's Angelique, and this is my first year in Girls Exclusive Program.
Great, well, thank you all for coming to be on our show. This is the first show that we've done with girls, so we're really excited to have you all here today. So tell us about Girls Exclusive. What is the program about? What kind of things have you done over the summer, and what have you liked about the program? Why don't we start with some of the staff? Tell us a little bit about the program.
Well, it's a program geared for girls who are middle school age, and it promotes diversity, sisterhood, and civic engagement. They go on various field trips such as community boating, water whiz, different beach trips. They're also going to meet Congressman Keating next week to learn about civic engagement and different rights and how they can work on issues that are important to them.
The Girls Exclusive Program is a program and a camp for the girls to come and express themselves and learn and grow as girls. And
okay. Anybody else want to tell us what you liked about the summer program? Some of the things that you've done? Okay. Pass the mic to her.
I like that they care about what you want to do and what you're interested in instead of making you do stuff that you don't really want to do.
Okay, so the girls have a voice, which is great. Anybody else want to add? Okay.
I like that you can make new friends, and it's a great experience to come here and just to express yourself in different ways. And yeah.
Okay. Anybody else want to add? No. What's been the favorite thing so far? Oh, you want to say?
This program is a way to help girls to just get out of their houses and just have fun during the summer, meet new people, and sometimes even from their own school they come here so they get to get closer to more people. So I actually appreciate how this program is able to be spread out for girls in middle school.
Okay. So what's been the best field trip so far?
The carousel.
Carousel? All right, roller skating, good. And what's coming up? Anything exciting coming up that you're looking forward to?
Laser tag.
Laser tag?
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden. Going to eat. Food's good. Food's always important. What? Water whiz. Okay.
I think my favorite field trip that we've gone to is probably being able to go kickboxing, because it gave me a sense that not only guys but girls can do anything, and it made me feel really strong, and yeah, it was fun.
Okay. Anybody else? No?
Squash.
Squash? No? Okay. Anybody else? No?
Community boating was really fun for me.
Okay. Good. So you work with a lot of community partners, in the city and in the surrounding area to, expand on some of the learning opportunities for the summer. So what have you learned this summer? Anything that you've learned? I know you do a lot of educational activities too, besides the fun stuff. So what have you learned? Anybody?
Girl power.
Girl power. All right, great. Anybody else?
Babysitting.
Babysitting, okay.
That was next.
Yeah. So why is girl power important? Why is it great to just be in a girls only program? What's the difference?
Makes them feel happier.
Okay.
Comfortable.
Happy and comfortable?
That girls can do the same thing as any other person.
That girls can do the same thing as anybody else? Great. Anybody
No
else?
boys.
No boys. Okay. Anybody else? No? Okay. So we've talked about some different issues over the course of the summer. So we picked a few that we wanted to discuss today. We'll try to get through all of them if possible. So for the first one, I thought we would talk about is world hunger. That the girls here in the group that thought that was an important issue that we need to discuss and we need to do something about. Why did you pick that? Who picked the world hunger? Wants to talk about that?
Because I think it's good for people to like eat instead of starve themselves.
Okay. Anybody else?
I think it's important because everybody should be able to eat the same amount and be equal through everything in life.
Okay. So what have you learned about that throughout the summer? Because we know that United States that, we do, even though some people are starving and live in poverty, we do have a lot of food there, and there are programs that can help people. And around the world, there's a lot of people that have no services and can get no help. What have you learned about that?
I think that it's clearly unfair that some people have the chance to eat and others don't. And the people that do have the chances to eat, they don't help others because
they
they're too.
appreciate what they have. Basically, they just want more.
Exactly.
Or they throw out food.
Great. Anybody else?
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. Good. So what can we do to help with that? What are you going to do about it?
Well, like you said, there are a lot of charities that you can put yourself into. I know my own mom, she has, I think, sponsored about 3 kids now. And you pay a certain amount, and then that amount goes to clothing and food for those kids in like Africa and other countries that might be third world and stuff like that. But I would very much encourage for people to do that and give your money, not all of it obviously, but extra money that you want to spend it to those who don't have what we have, because we are extremely lucky and blessed to have everything that we want. So
Yeah. Like instead of because I know some people like to throw away their clothes after. I know that I donate all my clothes after I'm done with them. So even if it's something that I never wear at all, we just donate it to Savers over there, and then and Gifts to Give and all that, because I've actually volunteered at Gifts to Give before.
Okay.
And it's kind of sad when you hear all these people's stories that need all this stuff and all that.
I want to talk a little bit about domestic violence, because I was actually surprised when I saw the topics that a lot of you mentioned that as something that you wanted to discuss and talk about. So how did that come up? Why? I think you brought that up, right?
Yeah. Because it's something that a lot of people overlook, because some people don't have to deal with it, so it's not really in their mind, and they're not aware that these things are happening to women.
Anybody else? So why do we have to get the word out? What's important about education with that? What do we need to know? Staff can mention and can answer too. Microphone.
To the girls about prevention, like having the Women's Center, our community partner, go out to schools and talk to people about healthy relationships, because sometimes we think that, abuse is just physical, but it could be the way somebody talks to you, or a way somebody might take your money, but you want to know what healthy relationships are. So I think outreach is a huge thing.
When it does come to domestic violence, I feel as though if it does ever happen to you, you might be scared to say something, but the best choice is to say something right away. And
before the situation escalates and gets even worse than it already is, and to the point where you don't know what to do anymore.
Don't wait forever. Just listen to your gut and just do it, because you can prevent it from happening to anybody else. You could be a hero for somebody.
Like, it won't stop totally, but if you can prevent it, that's the best, basically.
Okay. Did you want to add something? No. Okay. What about if you notice maybe a friend or somebody like in school Did you just speak up? Would you talk to the friend? Would you talk to an adult? What have you learned about what's the best thing to do?
I would suggest like talking to a friend first to see what's going on. Like if something was happening with them, talk to them and like see the situation that they're in and what's happening, and then slowly like just give them advice about what to do or talk to your parents about it to see if they can sort of help them out with it.
Good, definitely. Anyone else wanted to add to that? Okay, so next was sexism. That was really powerful that came up. Pretty much everybody said that was something that they wanted to talk about. So why, I mean, programs like this help too, so you have a safe place to talk about these issues, but why did that come up as pretty much the number one thing that everybody said was something they wanted to discuss?
I don't like how guys treat women. It's very disrespectful sometimes.
Like to certain women, we have to live up to the guy's expectations sometimes, and that's not right at all.
Okay, like women you see like on TV or magazines, is that what you're talking about? Or famous people, or just women in general?
Yeah, especially for famous people, because they have to live up to a lot of people's expectations because they're famous and all that. But like in other like just normal couples too, they're dating a guy that wants them to be a certain way when they're really not that certain way, basically. And
when people live up to that certain situation, they actually hurt their own bodies that way. They suffer themselves. They have these diseases and they become anorexic just to become this certain body shape. Some people even just eat a bunch of food and then just throw it up thinking that it would be good for them. But the thing is that they have to understand that they have to be happy with their own body and their own skin. Because some people, even though they're skinny, they're not happy that way. Even some celebrities aren't even happy with the way they live.
But that's important. I think body image, I know that's something that we talk about, that you did nutrition and you talked about how it's important to eat healthy, to exercise. And you're right, that if you do notice that, maybe too with a friend, or I'm sure you talk about that in school, with food, and everybody's so health conscious that you make sure that you talk to somebody, about that too, which is important too. So somebody brought up equal pay as something that's important. Now, do you know about the new law that just was passed? Did you learn about that? Yeah, maybe Miss Stormy or Marley could talk about that, because we went to the Capitol Hill Beacon Hill to talk about that.
I went on Advocacy Day, and I watched a few of the senators, pass the bill. They passed the bill of equal pay. Yay. So there's basically a lot of things going on, and we tried a lot of times to pass the bill, and it was always a problem to get everybody to agree to one thing. So we finally passed it, and basically there was always, the women always had less pay than the men, and the whites always had more pay than the dark skinned people, than the black people. So it was when I watched it, it was relieving that we finally passed the bill. So I'm happy.
Do you have anything to add to that?
Adding to what Marley said, I had gone to an equal pay hearing last year, and I'd watched different women from around the state testify their reasons for wanting equal pay. We've been to different meetings about it, learning about equal pay. That I think it was white women were getting 80 cents to the dollar. I think African Americans were getting 70, and Hispanic women were getting 60 cents to a dollar. And from what I understood, this bill, a lot of women had been fighting for this bill for a long time, very long time. So in my mind, I didn't think that we were going to get this bill passed anytime soon. But with perseverance and determination, and all these women that just stood up for each other and advocated, and even a lot of men, they stood up and advocated for women as well. And it was so relieving to see just Massachusetts come together as a community and get, and have the bill passed. I am so happy that it was passed. I really am.
Good. So girls, why was that important? Why did that come up for equal pay?
Because it's not fair when you're doing like the same amount of work as a man is doing, like no matter what color skin they are, but you're getting paid less for it. It doesn't make any sense why they would do that.
Anybody else? Why that was important? Or what that means for you or your family at home?
I don't think it's fair that women has to earn less money than men. Everybody's equal, and we're all human, and it doesn't really matter, like Ari said, skin or their color or anything, you know. Everybody's equal.
Good. Good. So that's a good way to go into some of the other things that we were talking about when we talked about equality and equity, that we mentioned about racism, we talked about discrimination, we talked about prejudice against people of all different races, ethnicities, gender, sexual orientation, immigration status. So I know that that was important to talk about those two issues, immigration and racism. So why is that important? We know that there's so many things going on right now in the world. We see it every day on TV or on social media. So why is that important, and what can we do and what can you do, you know, to help make those changes?
It's important because many people just think that immigrants are bad people because of the stories that they've heard about the drug dealers and people that are killing other people. And people just think of the immigrants as something that they're really not. They don't really focus on most of the immigrants that do work and provide for a family. They pay the taxes like everyone else does. And it's actually really hard for them to make a living with all the expenses that they have to pay. And even when they do get sent back, it's even harder over there in a third world country because it's not really advanced as our country is.
Okay, thank you.
And all these immigrants are coming to the United States or anywhere for a certain reason. Like they could have danger in their country that they want to run away from. I'd rather be an immigrant and run here than actually die in my country, even though I'm not supposed to come over here. But what happens is they're all here for a certain reason, whether it's drugs or trying to run away from violence in their country. They're not all bad people.
No, well, like you said, the media sometimes makes it seem that when you put everybody in one category, all people of color or all immigrants are doing these things, and it's really not true. That's one of the things that we talked about a lot.
But everybody, like all the immigrants and people that are coming from other countries, are trying to do the same thing as everybody else. They're just trying to live their life to the fullest and provide for their families.
That's right. Okay.
And some people think just because they didn't have to go through what they go, like basically what all those immigrants go through, no matter what situation they're in, that, I don't know, they can kind of hate on them for it. And like Celeste said, in the social media and all that, they think they're putting under one category all the time.
Right, that's true.
A bad thing is also that they don't treat them like other people. They think of them as less, and they even sometimes just make jokes, and they don't know if one person that their family is actually struggling through that. And we should just understand that everyone's a person and that they do understand. Some people think that, oh, since you don't speak English, you're less than us. Oh, since you don't make this certain amount of money, you don't get this. If you're not from here, you are a bad person. They just don't really understand how hard it is to make a living somewhere else that they're not really used to, where they can't converse to other people, and it's harder to get jobs, and they can't really have a full education like everyone else can.
So what about cultural competency and racial justice? We know that we see a lot of things in the media, social media. I don't know if you experience it maybe in school or in your neighborhoods, or you hear people talk about whether immigrant status or, you know, money or skin color or ethnicity, or they do the same things, make jokes or make fun of you, or you get treated differently just by your appearance without even having a conversation with a person. So what can we do to help that? Or what happens, what experiences have you had that you want to share about equality?
Well, money brings a great topic because when people get money, they think that they're better than everyone else, and everyone's literally the same equal person, even if they don't have money, if they're poor, if they're the richest people in the world. Everyone's the same. They just don't have the same things, and it just doesn't feel right to not be trusted just because you have one thing less than someone else.
Right, good. Anybody else?
Like when it comes to like black lives and all that, they suspect something for you just because of your skin color. So, oh yeah, you're a certain skin color, so you must be like a drug dealer. You dress a certain way, so you must be something or whatever, basically. And they basically put these stereotypes on you when you could be a really good person. And it doesn't really matter the way you look. It's about your personality and basically what you think of everything. And people put labels on other people, like, you don't know what they went through. You don't know who they are. So why would you? It's like judging a book by its cover, basically.
Right.
You don't know that person, and you're already going to go right for it and say something about them. It's just, like, especially when people spread stuff on social media, like they see a person or a picture or whatever, but you have to think about it, and they say, like, a hate comment on it or whatever. You have to think, would you say that to their face or whatever like that? I mean, some people would because they're just like that. But other people, they could be a nice person and say this trash because they think that they're all that. But would you say that to someone's face? And you have to put yourself in their position, too.
Sure, right.
Another thing is that many kids in school are even being bullied just because of their race. And it shouldn't be like that because sometimes they even confuse race because they don't really understand geography, apparently, because they think that all people are from one place. And they don't really understand that it's not fun being bullied for that. And they wouldn't appreciate if someone were to bully them just because of how their family is and where their family comes from.
It's not right when someone doesn't really know English well and you make fun of them or you make jokes about them. Just help them out, just encourage them, make them gain some confidence in themselves instead of bringing them down, because you never know, that person can go home and do some really bad things to themselves and change themselves, and that hurts some people. It's very sad.
It's true. Very true. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to talk about, we know that this is an election year. I think everybody's fully aware of that. And there's a lot of things going on, a lot of the topics that we talked about, you're hearing a lot about, in the election. And we know that we're not going to say either or, who we're, in favor of or who we're against. We're going to be politically correct. We're just going to say what we think, is important, and that what we hope the next president of the United States, no matter who it is, what we want for the country. Because now, you're all getting older. You're not old enough to vote yet, but some of you maybe 4 years from now will be closer to be able to get ready to vote. But how important, voting is, and paying attention to what's going on and listening. And so what are your hopes for our next president? Celeste?
That our next president will try to help us in our economy and also the children in their education. Because even though we're younger, parents think that we don't understand. But
I know a lot more than you think.
Yeah.
That's right.
But the thing is that it also depends on us because we're the next generation. We should have a safe, fun, and a place for us to be able to know that we're in good hands with our president.
And it's like the next 4 years of your life, whoever becomes president, your future is basically in their hands, because whatever decision, no matter how small or big, it will affect your life, basically. So, like, any little decision that they make or big decision, that's going to affect us in every way and affect everybody in this country, basically. So, make some good decisions here.
All right, good. Anybody else? No?
I'm hoping that our president will hopefully have everybody be very equal. Speak out against racism and, when it comes to different sexualities. If you're either gay or bi or anything, you don't want to be treated differently just as people who are black or Hispanic or anything are treated. You want to be all the same. And I just hope that the next president will just make this a lot of a better country than it is.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else?
I hope that we all America, we all can trust the new president, and that he can trust us, because right now we're in very good hands with our president from now. But I hope the next one, he
Or
or
she.
she can be trusted as well as the one we have now.
I know, I feel safe with the president we have now, but whatever happens, you want to feel safe in your country and feel like everything's going to be okay, basically. And you can't have people that are changing their mind constantly about certain things. Like, we're going to go to war, and then the next day, we're not anymore. Like, stuff like that. You want to feel safe in this country, basically, and if you're not, well then.
I want the next president to encourage people to like clean up, and because this is our world, it's on us to help. You know, if you see something on the ground on the beach, pick it up. You know, there's some people that will just leave it there and don't even care about it. Like, just pick it up. You know, because it affects us, it affects our animals, it affects everything, and that's how we're gonna live if you want to keep trash on the ground or anything like that. So, yeah, you know, just pick it up.
All right, so we'll go around one more time and say our final thoughts, your final words, what you want people to know, good, bad, because we had a lot of heavy subjects, you know, today, but I am like so impressed with our girls that you are so smart and just adventurous and excited, and just gives me a lot of encouragement, you know, for the leadership of the future, that I know that we're doing a good job. We know that it can always be better, that we could always do more. And I'm just so happy and so proud of all of you, that you are just so articulate and smart and just so self-aware and so confident too. And this is what, you know, this program does, you know, for young girls. So we hope to continue it, and that you come back summer after summer, and then you come and work for us in the end. So final thoughts, we'll start, who has the mic? Let's start down there this time.
Believe in girls.
Believe in girls, okay.
And yourself.
In yourself, thank you.
Never stop believing in yourself.
I hope that the next generation can change the world one day.
Opinion matters. No matter who you are, everybody should be heard.
To never live up to anybody's expectations or what they think of you.
Just hope that everybody gets treated equally.
Okay, back there.
It's up to you guys to do something and to change what you guys want to be changed in the world, because you guys are the upcoming generation, and you guys are very knowledgeable about what the topics of the world, of what we talked about today, and I'm gonna miss you guys when you guys.
Don't let anyone tell you who you have to be. You be yourself and be happy with yourself.
Never doubt anything that you think, or don't let anyone tell you what you have to do. Just do what your gut tells you to.
Do you, girl.
Do you, I like that.
Live up to your own expectations.
Just to never give up. Never give up.
To follow your dreams and don't let anybody get into your head, and just do what you want to do and not what anybody else wants you to do.
Miss Stormy, the final thoughts.
All right, so I'm going to preach. I am a mom, so I'm going to tell you guys, go to school. Don't wait. You might get a lot of, you know, there might be some hardships, maybe people telling you that you can't do it, but you can do it. Don't let anybody tell you differently. You guys are all smart, bright young girls, and I just want nothing but success for you guys and happiness in the future, because you're all capable. Just keep going, keep pushing, okay, guys?
So thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching our show. And I'm so proud again of our future. So thank you for watching Voices of Women and Girls.